Hello, this is Solomon, and we're going to be looking at some replays from Tooth and Tail. Now, which one do I want to look at first? Look at this one. This. Fuck, which map? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, anyways, this app. Also, Invimsky was like, bro, you didn't show my losses. Or I didn't. He was like, bro, you didn't show my wins in my last video. I was like, yeah, not really. But, yeah, last time he played, he won like twice as many games as me. So I'm just going to throw that out there. But this time, I've actually managed to... I replaced the sniper balloon with the mine, since the sniper balloon was actually doing really nothing, and the mine's actually useful. Which will be seen in other games, not this one though. Imsky kills me here. So generally, I've just been rolling with this deck pretty much. I used to have a variety of decks, now I've just been really pushing this one. It's basically, I either do three things. I either proxy and attack early, or I either proxy and do an early attack or fortification to contain, or I do a tier 1 attack off of one base, or I do forward fortifications, which is kind of a proxy too anyway, so. I know Imvimsky is going to go moles, so I decided to get my own moles up. But he also does this. I should have made a Skrill Warren over here. Well, maybe like 2. So in the reinforcement distance is about the same. Instead I went like triple down on the moles, which was a really big mistake. Here's a mine. And he sees it, so he's just gonna go around it. Now I get down 2 Skrill ruins after selling the mole warren, so like whoops. Fuck. Also, I should be targeting down the Skrill, shouldn't I? With the moles. Did not mark that well. So yeah, this is game over. Let's look at this one next. There's also like 2 or 3 other games that he won. Oh wait, this was the fuck. Okay, let's look at this one. Yeah, we're kind of the same thing where my proxy was. I just had a really weird timing with how I was doing my build order and the proxy and everything, and this didn't work out, and his moles killed me. So now we're on this map. Like, well, where do I proxy here? Where do I proxy? Since a normal person could just expand to this mill, but I don't do that, so. Look at the map. Honestly, the best location here, the proxy, is right here. This is too close and too obvious. This is still really risky since it's still on the main fucking scout path. Like, he's gonna see this anyway. So this is a really peculiar timing. So I go 7 farm mill. Sometimes I do 7 farm mill, sometimes I do 8 farm mill. It depends on how fast I want the proxy out and when I think the enemy's gonna see it. If it's more out of the way, I might do a 8 farm mill. If I know he's gonna see it sooner than later, I do 7 farm mill. I usually go back and grab my 8 farm too. Okay, so here's the thing. At this point, I'm like, well, this isn't good. He's obviously about to place down a mole. And he is Sid, so it takes 10 seconds to build, 10 seconds to build a mole. And my mill is already halfway done. So I can build a machine gun after I still have the time to build a machine gun that's just barely out before he gets his mole out. Although that was too close. I should have put it like a little bit farther away so the mole doesn't spawn right next to it, since moles do a ton of damage to buildings. Down the second machine gun nest. Here we go. Like that game was decided down to the second, like half a second, or a second was the difference between that dying and living. So now I'm in a really good position since this is kind of a choke point. It's kind of annoying to see through, although it's annoying for both of us, but I can just put some mines here and have the machine guns covering. I mean, you can try going around this way, but it's still annoying. So all this vegetation. Here's the thing, though. He doubles downs on moles, and I have mines. It's just like, bro, I don't think that's gonna work. Getting skrills. Like, I can just kite, like, again, I can just poke away at his moles. I think they might have been a little bit overzealous since historically this has worked against me, but now that I throw mines into my deck, it works a lot less. Like, look at the mines, like, they just die. A pretty shitty, really shitty skill micro on my part in Focus Fire. I'm not doing it well. I placed down my own mole. You're honestly still a little bit close. If I hadn't made the mole warren, he might have been able to push me back. There's still the machine gun nest, so it probably wouldn't have mattered. Yeah, now he's dead. Since he... Okay. This one. Let's look at this one. These are fun games. So let's look at this now. Where can I proxy? The only real location is right here, and that doesn't work. So instead, but let's look at it. There's basically a choke point right here. You can take this really long and awkward route down here, but like if I'm scouting more than once every fucking minute, I'll see it. I know it says army's out position. And I'm very big about using fortifications as a contain, not as in a little contain all around his base, but just by having our centers of gravity so close that he can't move out without dying to my army, basically. So I basically effectively keep him contained. So yeah, I'm scouting around like, okay, well, I'm going to have to build here. And then I get this high ground right here. And I can just put a ton of shit right here and just keep him in his base. And I can freely expand to these mills. So if I don't win earlier, I'll just win later due to economy. Ninsky's running. And he runs mines too, that's interesting. I feel like that's just an interesting deck. Mines are fine. I'm not good enough to like make an entirely informed opinion on this deck. Putting down some mines, just making sure he doesn't scout them. If he scouted them, I probably would have sold them and replaced them. Maybe not though. I mean, it doesn't really matter since there's just such a choke point right here. He's gonna have to go through it if he wants to attack me. So I've been doing lots of 2 Skrill warrens and a Toad warren as my first warrens. If I'm not doing like some mole thing. Like another game. But yeah, he sees these 2 mines, but like he has to go through it, so that died. Dazzle slowing them down, and I end up killing them all, which is nice. Toad comes out, I place down the farm. Since again, I'm not really looking to try to break this right away. Even though usually I do play extremely aggressively, but I realize I can just use the economic advantage. Here comes the machine gun nest on the high ground. Putting out down a mole. Oh, he's going heavy on the eco. I'm just kind of chilling. So at this point I'm like, well, not sure what they're doing. They're probably getting tier 2 or something. Or expanding to their mill. I should have scouted this mill and seen how much farms they got. Anyway, I saved up for artillery cannon. Since he hasn't been scouting up here, and actually ideally between the MG nest and my army, I can actually kill his commander fast enough so I can't scout the artillery cannon. Unless he like immediately runs out there. Not scouting this mill. It's not doing more aggressive scouting. That's a really big mistake of mine. Never mind. Another machine gun nest. Basically, my biggest weakness in this build is waiting for the artillery cannon to get up when I do it. Like, that's a 50 seconds of downtime. It's really vulnerable. Now I'm getting all my farms. Now I get this bad boy up. So basically, I can poke away my skrills if I want, since if he tries to come in for the engagement, artillery cannon is just going to blow him up. He's going 4 skrills. Now I'm trying to do another artillery cannon, and there are more MG nests, since I want to be in range of this shit. Then he goes over here and gets this. I'm getting more skrills. And now I go over here and I scout this and also grab my own 3rd mill. So like, okay, he's gonna do that. Probably could have sold some of these mines. Now my 2nd artillery cannon is up, so that's really nice. Kill a Skrill Warren, so that's some nice value. Now I'm poking away this shit, kill another Skrill Warren, kill a Skunk Warren. Doing kind of a kite retreat here. Like I lose a lot of my army, but there's just so much firepower coming out. Anyway, so this is really bad, and I was actually really worried about this happening, but he pushes while I'm over here, but I'm pretty much get all my farms up. And if I do lose artillery cannon, but it's not really a huge deal. Since I see that only has 2 farms, I'm about to have 7 over here, or 6. Okay, this engagement is kind of weird on my part. I think I thought he had less army than he actually did. I wasn't expecting that many. So like, okay, this is still a really dangerous situation. Still has a lot of material on the field that he could potentially push through with. If I lose this artillery cannon, it's really dangerous. Anyway, so where did I? Okay, now I'm over here. I'm like, okay, well, I want to take care of this base since if he moves his army out position, I kill all his production and this mill. So I go ahead and do this super big brain machine gun nest plus artillery bunker, artillery cannon over here, whatever, drum fire cannon, whatever it's called. So I don't have to move my army. Once this finishes building, I'm just gonna go over here for 15 seconds and let the drum fire artillery kill the mill. And like he scouts it. Again, like you can't move out position. I also build another cannon over here and more machine gun nests. Kill a pig. I just end up selling this artillery cannon. More machine gun nests since I'm just trying to hold. Since I know once I kill this mill, I'm just going to win due to eco advantage. Like, you can't scout this artillery cannon. That's like one of the biggest issues here, since like it's on the high ground and it's surrounded by buildings, so I can't actually get to it to see it. So now I get over here since I just won that engagement, so I know he doesn't have a big army and he can't break through, so I don't need to be over there to micro my army. Instead, I can just go down here and kill this real quick. Yeah, so that dies. Let's play like, well, time to end the game. Let me get a bunch more tier 1 production up. Do what I can. And this Mole Warren was really aggressive placement, but the game's over. I'm just looking to kill him. Doesn't really matter if I lose him at this point. He put a mine right there. That's interesting. Definitely had the higher armor value. And he had a big economic lead on me for a bit, but this didn't happen anything. Now we're getting into 2 interesting games. Let's look at this one next. Oh yeah, this was a fun game. Now let's look at this map. Where's the proxy? Right here, because look, this is high ground and a choke point like this, really? It's pretty brutal. Plus, there's this cabin right here. So that's gonna deal with like his first 2 skills. So he can't do, it's harder for him to do like immediate harass too. Like you can't put a mole warren right here or something. Like so this, like the cabin also protects me in like those first vulnerable early seconds. And I have these 2 mills for later game. He only has this one. So yeah, really good map for me. If I was in his position, I'd probably end up taking this mill to try to use the water as a defensive advantage. It's Hawks this time. Go ahead and grab that. I don't know if he ever scouted this actually. Yeah, he never scouted towards a mill here. I mean, you can assume a mill's here, but I guess this didn't occur to me that I would proxy there. It occurred to him that I would proxy there. Now at this point, he's probably like, wait a minute. Since he sees me around over here, not at my base. Like, obviously something fishy is going on. Now I have the mines, the warrens, and the machine gun nest. I mean, like, how do you break this right away? It's just really difficult. Unless you already, like, preemptively had moles here or scouted this right away. I go ahead and place a farm down since I know I'm not under a huge threat right now. Get a little bit of extra eco. Get down the total ward. Although honestly, if he attacked right now, I think he could have broke it. I don't only have a really limited amount of shit. And that's like his entire army went over both the mines. Now I have the second machine gun nest up though, so getting the moles out and more mines. Like, it's just too awkward to try to go anywhere else because our center of gravities are so close. I can just push into his mill right here if he does anything. That's not to say he couldn't try a base trade, but like I still have this base if he does that, and I can kill both these mills right away if he moves his army to my base. So he actually can't base trade either. Another machine gun nest, and I'm getting an artillery cannon out. Little bit of combat right here. Like, I used to charge the ferrets a lot, but I've been having a lot better luck with the drumfire artillery. Since drumfire artillery is a lot better versus armies than the ferrets are. Like, the ferrets are good for poker ass, but the way I play, I just do super forward shit. It's like the cannon can just shoot your shit all the time anyway. A bit of combat. Like, I don't really care if I'm losing my army. The idea is just kill his, more of his army with my artillery, so I still win out on the engagements. That's what I'm trying to do. And I also can intercept reinforcements. Maybe get some picks that way. Get a Warren, which is nice. Oh my god, that's some good. Oh, those are crazy hits with the artillery. I don't know why I didn't go up this way before. I wasn't looking at it. I should have went right here and I could have killed these Warrens and pigs. More machine gun nest. Keep up my defensive shell. I can retreat back to if I need to. Now I go after these Warrens. Like at this point, I just have more economy and more army. Like, look, he tries to move out with something, I just go back in towards his mill. Like, he can't do anything. Grab this mill. One more economy. He surrenders. I've been doing so much better ever since I added mines to my deck. Let's look at this one. So yeah, lots of mills on this map. And I was kind of not sure about this map since there's no really good proxy locations. Like these three are too close and they don't have any really particular terrain advantages. I could maybe do this one since it's a little bit out of the way and try to make something happen. But I'm looking at the map like, well, our bases are really close. Like if this is flat land, like this would also just be tier 1 versus tier 1 attacking each other. But I look at it, I was like, well, I'm looking at the map. If I secure this area and take this mill, I can just send fortifications right here in this area and basically control these two mills, and they basically can't do anything. This forward fortress. Base contain via pressure. So yeah, we both do Warren, 8 farm Warren. Here's a mine going out. He's going Skrill Toad, I'm going double Skrill. I have no idea which is better. 3 skills and 3 toads versus 6 skills. I didn't vacuum. The skills and toads win, and not a vacuum. It depends. I'm not familiar enough. I feel like you should just kite it with the skills. 6 skills will be 3 toads, 3 skills. I don't know. I mean, it still depend on terrain and all that. I have 2 skill warrens, 1 toad warren. I have the moles. So putting out the mines. Since like this is water right here, plus mines, it's gonna be very difficult to break early. Well, right now at least. He's either gonna go for the mines or go for the water. And I actually got both this to his army blob moving through it. Like, army blob's gonna be too big. Got some moles for a little extra army. Since now I'm going for the mill. So now I'm fortifying up. Yeah, like those mines just did a lot of damage. Like he doesn't have high ground vision. He just lost so many skills right there due to that. Since he wasn't up here. Like plus there's like this little piece of rock right here too. that definitely doesn't help him. So yeah, the goal here is like the other game is to get an artillery cannon up. So I'm just making sure this area, this position is secure. Secure enough so I can fight off any attack that happens while I'm building an artillery cannon. Putting down more mines. Making some farms. Now I put down artillery cannon. This is a really forward artillery cannon. It's pretty dangerous. But it's pretty dangerous. But I wanted it closer rather than farther. Every tile counts. I got all my farms up on my second mill. He went 15 moles. Holy shit, that is a lot. Put another MG nest right here. Now this is up now. It's kind of like, well, this isn't shooting anything. What's it going to do? I mean, it becomes a lot more apparent. But hey, you can't take this mill. I can take these two easily. And you can take these two, which I was really worried about. But ideally, well, my plan is to keep up enough pressure at this point that he can't easily move out to take these mills. So yeah, I'm kind of do what I've done to other games. Try to take fights with my army. Even though my army might be inferior in terms of the mobile army, I just end up winning out on the trades. Or the trades go equal, but I have superior economy, so I still end up winning. And that's why I'm taking this mill to force him to fight. And like get half his army blown up by my artillery. I'm also getting a double artillery cannon now. I don't know if I sold artillery cannon if I got destroyed. Yeah, that engagement didn't go that well. But now I start getting the second one up, a little bit more defensive. So I actually need to like aim my artillery cannon as well. So his commanders die, his commander dies, so his army's just vulnerable. Like it just runs forward and suicides basically now. So that was a huge loss for him. He just lost so much shit. Now I go get a third mill. Go ahead and scout over here to see if he's taken this mill yet, or this one even. So yeah, that one's actually more in range to do. Like, he has to fight to take his mill. I'm just gonna creep forward with my army and fortifications. Although I'm up here, so that one doesn't. That's just a loss of me. I was busy placing down more warrants. So like, whoops. Get a ton of farms over here. Like, cold that is just so much. So yeah, now I'm starting to push into this mill instead, which I probably should have been doing earlier. So, like, he either loses his pigs or he fights and loses his army to my artillery. So is that like that's funny. Like the game's kind of been over for a little bit, but now it's definitely over. I just have so much more economy, like twice as much or twice as much. Placing down a lot more skrills. Going for the mill again. It's a little bit difficult. It's just a little bit too far away. So now I'm gonna do this push again with the mill. Kill one farm. Lose a bunch of units. Not a bunch, but more than the farm's worth. Yeah, so I force him into this fight, and he loses a bunch of his army. And yeah, now my army is just vastly superior. I just have so much shit. He surrenders. I mean, I just had so much fortifications that he just couldn't break it, especially once he didn't, especially since he didn't have an economic advantage either. That is the end of this video.